as we're loading up here. This is going to be on Stone Keep. This was Squid Squad's option, and so Orphic Gaming do have the first pick. Willow taken away first of all, going into this game 2 of the best of 3. So Stone Keep, I think this is the first time we're seeing this map on broadcast for this week. So, and I love me some Stone Keep. If any of you guys know me, like from from season 1, season 2, I love me some Stone Keep.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a fabulous map. I really do enjoy it as well. Squid Squad coming in there with the Cassie ban straight away, and Orphic following up with the Genos. We've actually seen a lot more Genos bans than picked this week, which is obviously quite different to what we saw last week.
Of course, and Genos, the style of play that is completely full-on aggression. You use the Luminary and you really take the game into, well, to the enemy team. So the Cassie and the Barrack bans. So this is some interesting bans. They have left a lot up again, and Orphic Gaming, they have the pick of the Atlas or the Makoa, and they're going to go with the Atlas. So Squid Squads are instantly going to lock in their Inara in response, and there is the Makoa. Boom, straight away, frontline combination locked in.
Yeah, that's absolutely terrifying. To see that combination just locked in instantly. Yeah, we're in for one hell of a game in this one.
Definitely, and I do find it interesting that, you know, they did have the option. They could have taken the Makoa, but they wanted to go with the Atlas. So this is me thinking, you know, this is all in the playbook, and also the fact that you're basically forcing Squid Squad to take the 2 other power picks. Orphic Gaming, as soon as they lock in the Atlas, they know Squid Squad is going to lock in Makoa and Inara. Like, it just makes most logical sense. You don't want to give away that Inara or Makoa to combo with the Atlas. So this gives them priority on damage dealer and support, and they take it with the Liana Maldamba. The Squid Squad, you know, they want to see, they really want to show what you can do on that Bomb King, looking in as well as a Grover.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's a little bit of breathing room for Squid Squad here, picking the Makoa and the Inara, especially knowing that the Cassie is already banned out. But seeing the Bomb King pick there, obviously Squid Squad not planning on sitting back on their haunches. I think we're expecting to see some more aggressive play here, and Orphic Gaming following up with a Maeve pick.
Oh, this screams signature, because as you guys know, there is a player on Orphic Gaming who's called Maeve, and we know where the Maeve champion is going to go here. So eyes are pressure on Maeve to have another standout performance. So we saw him on the Bright Marsh game in last week's games, where he was popping off completely on that Maeve.
It was disgusting. It was disgusting to watch.
But going into this draft that he's going to be lining up against, it's like, okay, who is he really going to go for? I mean, Tyra seems to be the ideal target now, as that's the only one on the team with no mobility.
Yeah. I'm interested to see the Tyra pick here, with especially with recent changes to the way Hunter's Mark works as well.
It's fine. Damage increase lives on in spirit, basically. But I mean, this does give the option of seeing other talents come through and other legendaries. So yeah, the Tyra pick here, and then Ashe was the last lock-in for Orphic Gaming, and yeah, it does seem a little weird having that Ashe, you know, a very high priority front line, come in the last pick for your draft. But that's the thing, it's like Orphic Gaming knows Squid Squad are very unlikely to go for a triple front line, so they can actually just wait on the Ashe pick all the way to the bottom and get them the Leon and the Maeve. And
yeah,
go on.
Yeah, I mean, triple front line when you've already got Inara and Makoa is kind of counterintuitive. I wouldn't have expected anyone to worry about that. Despite the Maeve pick being 4th in Orphic Gaming's composition there, I kind of feel like it was always the plan for this game.
Yeah.
I feel like coming off the back of that loss and knowing how strong the Maeve play was last week on Bright Marsh, I think this was, as you said, this was like the ace in the hole. Like, this is the game we have to get the Maeve out, and I think this composition is kind of almost built around that premise, to be honest.
Maeve is going to be the one making the plays, and also with the Ashe to provide that extra pressure. But again, I do think the concern here for me looking at this draft is how this is going to go, because Squid Squad do have a fair amount of answers to the Maeve through just pure CC, and also if Grover lands that crippling axe, that's Maeve is running on the ground, and we all know that a Maeve on the ground is, well, an easy target to pick off.
A dead Maeve, yes.
Yeah. So a lot of CC drawn out here by Squid Squad, going on to Stone Keep. Oh dear me, I'm trying to think which way I'm going to call this one. I think maybe because I just love Makoa and Inara as a frontline combination and what you can do with it. My gut feeling is Squid Squad might have this one, but I know that Orphic Gaming are not going to go down without a fight. And I think this, with, as you say, with the Maeve coming through, is possibly their best chance here.
Yeah, I think that the key to this game is going to be Maeve's target prioritization. Who she goes for, who she takes out quickly, who she takes out first. Because with Inara and Makoa, with Grover heals, the early game is going to be super, super hard for Orphic Gaming.
Yeah.
And this has like snowball written all over it in favor of Squid Squad if they cannot shut down the two front lines and the healer combo there.
Ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, it's time for a castle siege here in Stone Keep with game number 2 of the second semifinals here in MLL Season 3, week number 2. This is Orphic versus Squid Squad, and let's go to the rosters. On the side of Orphic Gaming, on your blue side, we have Andromeus on the battering ram Ash, Chubby Plum rocking out that Spirit's Chosen Maldamba, Dutch Knight on the Deja Vu, Atlas, Maeve playing that Cat Burglar, Maeve, and Neptune the Blue playing the Eminence, Leon. Let's go over to the side of Squid Squad.
Over on the red side, we have Cardoff on the Mother's Grace Inara, Daniels on Royal Subjects, Bomb King, Messincy on the Hunting Party, Tyra, Nabalka on the Rampant Blooming Grover, and of course Leviathan Makoa coming out for Apache. As we enter this first point, looks like Orphic are going to try and play aggressive here with this Maeve flank on her comfort pick, of course. Maeve looking for this Tyra. Tyra gonna get a little bit weak, forced to push forward. Maeve gonna get hooked, and that is why Makoa is banned once again. Maeve gonna get wrecked, absolutely sent back to spawn, and Orphic have to disengage here after losing that pick. Chubby Plum caught out a little bit too much, gonna have to use a slither to get away. Neptune the Blue eats a face full of bombs, and doesn't go out alone though. Inara's gonna go down, but Daniel's making it 2 as Andromeus keeps there. That's a double kill for the Bomb King, though His Royal Majesty. And it looks like Squid Squad are going to be on the zone.
Well, I think we need kind of a bingo board for every time you say, this is why you ban Makoa. You have this kind of bias, so we're just going to let it go there and call it a ridicule. But it is true. They have definitely pulled up a strong defense and are zoning out the side of Orphic Gaming. Squid Squad with Kartoffeltorte here on the point is pretty much saying no way Jose to Andromeus, and kind of forces him out of the fray there.
Apache here are going to start zoning out forward on the side of Banana. Once again, as you said, there's a reason as to why I call Makoa should always be banned. It's because it's true. Here we come with the Dread Serpent. His Majesty the King Bomb's going to get part here. Squid Squad down 2 members. Looks like Orphic Gaming are finally stabilizing, although Maeve does go down, followed shortly by Neptune the Blue. What is this? Squid Squad turned a 5v3 into a 3v3. Are they going to take this all this way? Actually looking very, very low. Is finally going to get down, and the stagger starts happening. Orphic seem to have stabilized, but it's a little too early to say. Atlas pushed up, and Dutch Knight goes down. Inara, the Stone Warden, doing a job in warding off. But Dominance popped a little bit early, very conservatively. Andromeus knows that he has to keep Inara off the point here. He has to stall out and keep some time for his team. They're going to go down on the side of Squid Squad. And Orphic are starting to look a little bit stronger. They had a bit of a bumpy start. They're coming back really strong here. Makoa's going to find a hook, but not this time. Apache's going to get taken down with the help of Dutch Knight and Maeve.
The overtime is ticking for both sides, actually. But it is in favor of Orphic Gaming as they actually win this fight, turning it around. Good old Orphic back at it again with them shenanigans, capturing the point, and in a very deciding fashion. And if you look at the credits, 1,000 credits for 3 members of Orphic Gaming. They have been grinding money, folks. This is what they are good at, getting that net worth up and running. Let the fight last as long as possible, and then capture for the most possible credits for round 1.
Ancient Rage gonna get popped here, pushing onto this Atlas. Atlas not really looking like he's worried too much about this one. Apache gonna have to back off, doesn't get any value out of that ultimate. Just Atlas just backing off ever so slightly, like, oh, this is annoying, this turtle is whacking at my kneecaps. Orphic Gaming going to be pushing through this choke point. Whirlwind gets popped from the side of Squid Squad, trying to keep this team fight alive. King Bomb following shortly as Midnight gets popped, saying that His Majesty is not going to be able to see where he's going. Maxincy still finds Neptune in the blue, though. Doesn't really last too long for him. May playing incredibly aggressively here on this high ground, just trying to put some pressure, trying to find the Grover. And as we've seen before, it's very, very important that Nabalka doesn't get free time. Free space to work with as the seismic crash comes down from Menorah and stabilizes finally for Squid Squad. Orphic Gaming gonna get pushed back at this choke.
Well, you would think that their name would be fitting, and I do think it fits because it seems like they have at least 6 arms to work with at a time. And it's incredible to see the consistent team play coming out from this squad. They might have lost this point, but they are just interested in defending. They're not interested in fighting. They're defending. And that's exactly what they have to do here. Daniel's pulling off a lot for his squad here with some nice high ground pressure. But in the end, Dutch Knight will turn it around and kill Daniels with the power of the time gun.
Obviously, Dutch Knight. There's so many time puns we can put in here as Atlas pushes through. It looks like Squid Squad are going to have to back up here as Orphic Gaming start pressuring. And that's a really, really good thing. Dutch Knight knowing that he has to get up here and start getting this Makoa off. Made here to assist his off tank. His or hers at this point in time. They, them. Doesn't really matter as Atlas just looking really, really aggressive towards this Makoa. Have we finally found a Makoa counter pick? Is there such a thing? Orphic Gaming seems to be making it positive.
There's plenty of counters for Makoa, but it all depends on one deciding factor, that he isn't protected by allies, and that is why he gets caught out and he can catch out enemies easily, because there's nobody to really take him out of the fight, except for Maeve that said, I might die here, but you don't have a Makoa.
King Bomb gets popped anyway, finds Andromedas, but it's not going to be too much here. As the Squid Squad seem to be slowly crumbling in terms of the defense. Orphic just showing off really, really good teamwork, but it's going to be a defense successfully for Squid Squad. Just they had incredibly powerful ultimates, and they had to use the King Bomb, and I think that's what got it there right at the end. Orphic unable to just recap after that. We get back on the point and start pushing again. That's fine. We have a 1-1, the first of the night, might I add, and it looks like Orphic have this down pat in terms of getting rid of the turtle.
As you could see with the net worth, like, seriously, Chubby Plum is at the highest right now. Going through, getting that Chronos 2, getting that Resilience 2. They have Record, they have Cauterize galore, they have Resilience on all of their members. They are not scared of your hooks, they are not scared of your seismic crashes, they are not scared of your King Bombs, but they're definitely scared of a fight where they're split up. So that is all they have to do, stay together.
Oh my goodness, all the ultimates just suddenly popped out here on the second point foot. Whirlwind, Seismic Crash, Dread Serpent, everything is going out from these teams. Not even wasting time trying to find that first blood. Nothing found yet, though. And Nora just suddenly going down out of nowhere. Andromedas, Neptune, both finding picks. Nabalka and Nora getting sent back to the spawn. Your main tank and your main heal going back. And Squid Squad are now on the defensively. Exile popped from Atlas just to end and finalize this fight. Keeping Apache out of this fight. Keeping the Bomb King out of this fight. Is it going to be enough, though? Inter maybe stalled out a little too much for the team. Enlightenment popped out. But Dutch Knight's going to follow up with a beautiful dive kill. Showing us exactly why Atlas is something you need to fear and why he's powerful in this meta right now. He's a very strong, dominant tank as Orphic set up on this point and look like they're going to take it away.
I feel that what Atlas does very well is that he doesn't care how tanky you are. He will reset you. He will say, no, you go back, sir. Back behind the yellow line and wait for the train like everybody else. But in this case, it's dangerously hard to actually get through that defense. And since he went for the Deja Vu talent, then he will be able to rewind multiple enemies. He can pretty much rewind both of their tanks, putting them all the way back to base. So their strategy is pretty much just to control the field.
Oh my dear lordy, Apache here is just so far pushed up. The Dread Serpent's going to be used all the way for this turtle, but it's not enough to catch him. King Bomb going to come up to save his dear lord and father of the tank here. Majesty just keeping him alive as Whirlwind gets pot, and it looks, and once again, Orphic Gaming! Oh,
Nope.
no, sorry.
That
My bad. That
is
was a client glitch.
Spectator bug.
My apologies
Aw.
there. Squid Squad gonna capture this point here, making it 2-1 for their side. Makoa still staying very healthy. Bomb King still staying very healthy. All of this happening here. They came back at that second point fight. It looked like it was all Orphic, but then all of a sudden you get out of nowhere getting whacked in the face with this massive aggression coming from the Squid Squad. And they're not letting up. They are keeping this pressure. They know very well that as long as they can keep Orphic Gaming on the back foot, they have a chance here to win this and make this a 3-1.
And with the damage numbers coming out from almost every single member of this fight, you can clearly see that they love fighting. They're not too interested in the objective. That comes later, and that's why this match is so interesting to watch. May will be caught out by the Squid Squad. Their 6 arms is simply too many pairs of arms for one cat lady. And therefore, they are pushing forward. And I do like that Squid Squad have learned that if you want to win this match, you need to be aggressive. Because what can you do against an Atlas that turns all of your members back if you don't push the Atlas back? That is free push.
And Knight gonna get popped out here. Finds the Apache. Neptune the Blue gonna take out Daniels despite the King Bomb. Not gonna be too much though. Nabalka finds a pick on the Maeve. Neptune gonna answer back, getting rid of the Sonara. And it looks like once again, Orphic Gaming gonna stabilize here. And while we have the time just to talk, about Squid Squad finally getting their team back together and getting ready for another push as we start on this point fight here. It seems like something that I'm noticing about Squid Squad, something that they're absolutely excellent at, is prioritization. And not so much target prioritization, but objective prioritization. They know exactly what to be doing. Do we want to go for the point now? No, we're going to go kill everybody else. Do we want to be aggressive now? No, we want to make a stagger. And that's just something that they seem to have so keenly embedded in their mindset that it's just instinctual to them at this point. They don't even need to think about it. They just do it, and they just keep doing Squid Squad things. And I love that about this team so far.
They're just being really, really synergized. It's like a well-oiled machine. The clockwork is ticking without any problems. Andromeda is trying to go in with the assert dominance. It won't be activated, and that means that it's still not off cooldown. So in that case, they still have the ult available here for the next round. So they have the exile, they have the assert dominance, they have the enlightenment. So that's 3 very essential ults that can win them fights. But at the same time, if we look directly over to Squid Squad, they have 4 ults available. The Ancient Rage, the Whirlwind, the Seismic Crash, and the Crossfire. They can control the field and damage at the same time, while Orphic can only damage and CC. That's the only thing they can do. They cannot deal any damage unless the Enlightenment connects, and that is going to be the definite factor here. Will Neptune hit it?
As we come through on this next point fight here, the third and possibly final, it is game, set, match from the side of Squid Squad. Orphic Gaming gonna have to do something here. Whirlwind popped in response to the assert demos from Ash, preventing this Grover from getting stunned out here. Crossfire gonna get popped in the tire. She's looking to make some damage. She's all the way in the back. She's looking eagerly for that Maeve, realizing she has to get rid of this comfort pick on the side of Orphic Gaming, and it looks like it's going to be a perfect double Q. Maxinski showing us his power. The man, the might, the majesty of this hit scan player. Apache going to follow it up and clean up, and it's just swept under the rug. Squid Squad on their zone, on their way forward. Grover playing fairly aggressively, and that's a lovely cleanup from this new team.
Daniels is pulling off some stats here with 122k damage here for such a short-lived game. I'm very impressed by how much he has been pulling off for his team, and they will capture the point most likely. They only have one contending, and that is Andromeus. He is low. He is not in a favorable position.
Second set of ultimates coming through. Could just try to create some space, but is it going to be Squid Squad's game? I think it might. Mad dash on the point from Orphic. It's not going to be enough though. Squid Squad capitalize this. Whirlwind, emotes on point, and Squid Squad show us a dominant victory over Orphic Gaming. I am incredibly impressed.